My name is Staff Sergeant Cope. I'm an instructor here at the Sobolewski Air Assault School. Today we're going to be going over the M1151 Humvee. The reference material that covers that is TM4-48.11. So the first thing that you're going to check on the Humvee, you're going to check the certain aircraft. Okay, it's also going to be the weight of the load, so that's going to be between 7,300 pounds and 11,500. Okay, you're going to check the link count. All right, so for 7,300 pounds, the link count is going to be 30. For 11,500 pounds, the link count is going to be 20. All right, and then the fuel level. The fuel level can be anything as long as it is 75% or less. So the first thing you do before you even pick up the Apex, all right, you're going to check your wheels, tires, make sure that they are at the 12 o'clock, okay? Then the next thing, you're going to check the opening of the turret. The opening of the turret needs to be facing that 12 o'clock. Don't worry about where the shield is facing. It can be 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it does not matter, as long as the opening of the turret is facing the 12 o'clock. First thing that you are going to pick up is your Apex. All right, with your Apex, you're gonna check for your bolt, your castellated nut, and your cotter pin, all right? So your bolt, make sure your bolt is present. You're gonna make sure your castellated nut is facing out or away from your Apex fitting pin, this big pin portion right here. You're gonna make sure that your cotter pin right here is present. Once you've checked that, you're going to move down to the sling leg. Now you're gonna find your first set of breakaways, okay? Your breakaway is going to be 1/4 inch cotton webbing. Make sure it's wrapped around one time and one time only. Once you've checked that, you're gonna move up here to the set of sling legs, okay? Now, the second breakaway is gonna go through your potted eyes. Again, make sure it's routed one time and one time only. Once you've checked these, you're gonna get to your grab hook assemblies and you're gonna make sure that they are not inverted. Okay, so make sure that aluminum roller is on the inside of that potted eye. Once you've checked those and these are good to go, you're gonna check your chains, okay? So your excess chain is going to be wrapped around your two standing ends right here, and then that excess is going to be secured back to one of those two standing ends. And the way that you can check that is you're just gonna split the chains, you can find that excess, and it is secured back to one of those two standing ends. Now you're gonna trace up, you're gonna make sure that your standing end is going one time and one time only through these lift points. Once you've checked this one, you're gonna move over to the second chain. You're gonna check the exact same thing. You're gonna split the chains, find that excess, make sure it's secured to one and one time only, all right, to your chain, and then you're gonna move to your lift point, make sure it's going around one time only. All right, once you've checked that, you're gonna check the tape on the front. So tape, and tape on all your lights. Now, it's kind of hard to see the tape on your blackout light, so just go ahead and bend down to where you can see, and then you can feel that tape as well. You're gonna feel the tape, and then you're gonna move to the side of the Humvee. Again, you're gonna make sure there's tape on all lights, mirrors, and windows. All right, now, getting to the hood latch. All right, you're gonna make sure it's secured with a piece of 2-inch tape and that it is seated properly. So this top pin portion needs to be sitting right here on top, this top little lip. So now your mirrors need to be secured with a piece of type 3 nylon. All your mirrors, okay, make sure that they are taped. All right, then we're gonna move inside. All right, whenever you open the door, make sure there's tape, all right, on both sides, all right, making that X. Okay, so the first thing that you check on the inside of the Humvee, you're gonna check to make sure that your doors are secure with a piece of type 3 nylon. Now, it does not matter where this goes. It can go behind the steering wheel, it can go in front of the steering wheel, all right? As long as it's not going in between the steering wheel or between your steering wheel tie downs, okay? Next thing that you check, you're gonna check your steering wheel tie downs. You're gonna make sure that you have 2 of them and they're going from the steering wheel to the frame of the seat. Okay, now if you don't have these 2 tie downs, then you're going to use a cable and a lock, and then that's going to be the other way that you can secure the steering wheel. Then moving on, okay, so the next thing I want you to remember is up, skip, neutral. So this parking brake is up and engaged. You're going to skip the middle small transmission selector, and then the bigger one needs to be in neutral. The last thing that you check right up here is the engine cover latch. You're gonna make sure that it is secured. It does not need to have tape. If it does have tape, then that is fine. All right, so when you get to the back, you're gonna check the same thing. You're gonna make sure that the doors are secure with a piece of type 3 nylon, and you're gonna get in the Humvee, okay? There are 3 turret latches that you need to worry about. All right, they are silver and black, they all look the same. So here's your first one, your second one, and your third one. So again, there are 3, 1, 2, and 3. So now, the next thing that I want you to remember, it is called orange to red. So you need to make sure that this orange handle is facing this far red handle. The reason why is if that turret is facing the 12 o'clock and it is locked and engaged, this handle will always be pointing in that general direction of the red windshield handle. All right, so the last thing that you check on this side is the lights. Make sure that they are taped. When you come around, you're gonna make sure your antennas, the top of them, they are taped. You're gonna come around and also check the lights, make sure that they are taped. When you get to the tailgate, okay, you're gonna have the tailgate hook, make sure that it is in. All right, then you're gonna have the tailgate chain. It's going to be secured with a piece of type 3 nylon. It's gonna go through both holes, all right, and then it's gonna go through the first link and first link only. Once you do that, you're gonna come back over here, you're gonna check tape, and then tape, you're gonna check the same thing, tailgate hook and the tailgate chain, make sure that that tie down is going through that first link. Once you've checked that, you're gonna grab your 2 lifting chains and pull these out. You're gonna make sure that your lifting chain does not go through your tailgate chain. Then you're gonna make sure that also it is not going through your lift point more than once. Once you've done that, you're gonna take these top 2 chains, you're gonna pull these out. You're gonna make sure that your chains are not twisted on top, and you're gonna make sure that they're not going behind your 2 straps. You're gonna come into the grab hook assembly. You're gonna make sure that link count for the back is 3. So 1, 2, snap, 1, 2, and then snap. You're gonna check to make sure your grab hook assemblies are not inverted. They're good to go. Once you've checked that, you're gonna check your first breakaway on the back. Make sure it's going through 2 of these portions on the back of the Humvee and then coming through that potted eye. Once you check that, you're gonna get to your handle. You're gonna make sure that it is going behind your breakaway all the way down, and it can either be secured right here or right here on the other side, as long as it's going behind. When you get to your toe pintle, you're gonna make sure your toe pintle can be secured in one of 3 ways. You have your cotter pin. If you do not have your cotter pin, it can be secured with type 3 nylon or 2-inch tape. Then you're gonna trace your legs all the way down to your last breakaway. Make sure it's wrapped 1 time and 1 time only. You're gonna pick up your apex. You're gonna check your bolt, your castellated nut, and your cotter pin. And the last thing that you check on the back is your last antenna. You're gonna make sure that it is taped. So as you make your way to the other side of the Humvee, you're gonna check to make sure these lights are taped as well. You're gonna get to your door. All right, tape on both sides. You're gonna make sure that your doors are secured with type 3 nylon. And all you're gonna do on this side is you're gonna double tap these 3 turret latches. So 1, 2, and then 3. All right, so you're gonna come up to the front, okay? You're gonna check your battery box, okay? Your battery box is secured with 2 latches, 1 and then 2. Make sure that they are properly secured, and then make sure that there's a piece of tape over both of them. You're gonna check, all right, your engine cover latch, make sure that it is secured, all right? Remember, it does not have to have tape. So you're gonna come on this side, you're gonna check to make sure that your mirror, all right, it is taped. You're gonna check to make sure that you have your tie down, it's good to go. You're gonna get over here on the hood latch, make sure that it is taped, and then Your top pin is sitting on this lip right here, the top lip. If you've done that, you're gonna check your last two lights, tape and tape.